We're hitting up a golden oldie today. Let's check it out. This is a tactic called the Vitor 2012 433. It is based on Vitor Pereira, who is currently, I believe, the manager of Flamengo right now in Brazil. He's kind of bounced around the last couple of years. However, this tactic in the description is what it says. This is the tactic that Vitor Pereira used with Porto in the 11-12 and 12 and 13 seasons and won the undefeated championship. It is an attack-oriented. It emphasizes a high-tempo passing game in wide areas. It uses a 5-3-3 formation, dominating possession through energetic midfielders and challenging the opposition defense with quick runs behind the defense. There's a little bit more to it, but so far when he's tried it with Shakhtar and Porto, they've had some pretty good success. Shakhtar had a 93% win rate. For FC Porto had an 85% win rate. So we are going to check it out with Liverpool, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town to see how they all do. But this is the formation, as you could see. It is a somewhat standard 4-3-3 at least. We will get to the tactic review at the end and kind of look at the tactic a little more in depth towards the end of the video. But how did our Premier League teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa do? Well, as you can see, Liverpool come in second with 87 points, just about average or a little bit above average of what they usually get, but 100 goals for is fantastic. Very well done. 30 goals against, a great goal differential right there. But Aston Villa come in sixth. They do have Europa League, 63 points, 63 goals for, 20 goal differential. It's kind of just above where they normally get, so it kind of boosted them a little, but not a huge amount so far. Well, Liverpool do get a trophy, EFL Cup final 2-1 over Manchester City. That's a very nice one. I mean, it is just the Carabao Cup, but still, unfortunately, FA Cup quarters is where you lose out to Chelsea, who they just crushed in real life. But one trophy is where they end it. Unfortunately, the Europa League quarterfinals out against PSG. So overall, second place in the league, not bad. Out in the Europa League, though, in the quarters. Out in the FA Cup in the quarters. But you do get a trophy in the Carabao Cup, so it's something, I guess. Liverpool squad-wise, let's see. Goals, 21 for Diaz, Nunez with 20, Salah with 17. Kind of on the downward turn, I guess, a little bit. Assists, Szoboszlai with 16, though. Average rating, 7-4. Oh, well, he's not even been playing. 7-17s for Salah and Diaz. Down from what they usually get, but I wouldn't say it's awful. Aston Villa, unfortunately, not coming away with a trophy. EFL Cup fourth round against Manchester United, 1-3, and then the FA Cup semi-finals against Manchester City, 0-4. And unfortunately, no trophies this time around for Aston Villa. You can see they lose out in the Conference League semi-finals against Fiorentina. Fiorentina is always the one that kind of just kicks them to the curb. But funny enough, Fenerbahce is I believe, a Vitor Pereira team, or previous team, so at least they got one over on them. So league table-wise, 6th place, not bad, but I mean, in FM24, they're scheduled to be around 10th or thereabouts, so they're boosted a little, but still, you'd like to see them a little bit higher. Knocked out in the Europa Conference League, knocked out in the FA Cup semis and the Carabao Cup 4th round, so overall, And squad-wise, you can see, not a lot of greens here, but 27 goals for Ollie Watkins, 13 for Diaby, and those are the only two in double digits. And then you've got 17 assists for Diaby. Luis and Bailey also coming into double digits. And then average rating, Robin Olsen with only 2 appearances at 705. Wow, 701 for Leon Bailey, 701 for Kamara and Diaby. So, yeah, you definitely like to see a lot of these numbers just pick up a bit. Data hub-wise for Liverpool, I mean, they've got the standard attacking just output that you always see pretty much in all these tactics. Not the dribbles or things like that, but, you know, it's still pretty good. Aston Villa, a lot less numbers. Premier League stats, as you can see, Liverpool with a nice round 100 goals over Man City's 93. Aston Villa getting 63, so they're pretty far down. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in 3rd, 7th for Aston Villa. Most possessions, 6 for Liverpool, 55, that's about average. Most dribbles made, not there. Tackles won, not there. Best pass completion, not there. Usually those are the 3 where you don't find them. But most shots for Liverpool was 601, and then Aston Villa with 501. 601 is actually a pretty good number compared to the 100 that they got. Changing things up to our championship side of Ipswich Town, you can see they lie in 3rd place at the end of the season. 91 points. If you took control of this, hopefully you could have turned some of those draws and losses into wins, gotten the 3 points you needed to get into 2nd and automatic promotion. Unfortunately, they didn't, and they blew out in the semis. 2-2 in penalties. That hurts right there against Southampton. Hardly ever do they get a good cup run, but you can see EFL 3rd round against Liverpool, 1-3 loss, and then FA Cup 3rd round immediately against Cheltenham. So, Sky Bet Championship, you did well. You got into third place. You just needed that final playoff push, and you could have gotten promoted. Unfortunately, you didn't there. But out in the third round against Cheltenham, out in the third round of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool, and you never see those very well, generally. So, Ipswich Town squad-wise, you could see 13 goals for Jack Taylor, and that is the tops. 12 for Hurst, Chaplin, and Evans. Usually, Hurst is a lot higher than that. 13 assists for Leif Davis. Not bad, but again, usually pretty high with him. And then Adrian Mazalu, 718 in 19 appearances for the average rating. But Luongo is the long time standing, but 701. Not the greatest. Stats-wise, looks like it's the Leeds and Norwich show, but Ipswich Town coming in second with 99 goals. Fewest shots against all the way down in 8th. Possession down in 7th. Same with Liverpool and Aston Villa. You don't get these three much, and most shots for in second. So now let's take a look a little bit more in depth at this tactic. You can see it starts with a sweeper keeper in attack, wing backs on the left and the right in attack. You can see individual playing instructions, ball playing defenders in the central spots, a deep lying playmaker, then a box to box up above them, a Mazzala in attack next to them, a winger on the left in attack, an inside forward on attack on the right, and a pressing forward in attack up front. In possession, attacking width is fairly wide. Approach play is pass into space. Overlap on the right. Focus play through the middle and play out of defense, and that's it. Passing directness is slightly shorter. Tempo is higher. Mixed crosses. And then in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the center backs, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. Now, all in all, this tactic sort of worked. I mean, Ipswich Town in third is a fantastic spot for them to be in the table. Unfortunately, getting knocked out in the playoff promotion spots, it just didn't finish the job, I guess. Liverpool in second, they look good. I will say it's hard for them to kind of lower themselves between second or third, but second place is around about where they're going to end up anyway. Aston Villa in sixth, not too bad. We've definitely seen them higher, though. I think if you took control of this, you could do a little bit better, kind of gear it a little bit more towards your team. But obviously, this is geared specifically towards the Porto's 11-12 and 12-13 seasons and the players that it had at the time, or that team that had at the time, not for these three teams. But take that for what you will. I am Stefan FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.